Here's an example of how visual analytics using sales and pricing metrics can be really powerful in driving actual measurable change for your company. Below is a manufacturing company's customer landscape. It's fictitious data organized by their trailing 12 months performance, but it could be based on year-to-date or a certain quarter. For ease of decision making, we group these customers into 6 performance clusters based on their gross margin and their cumulative net sales performance. Cumulative net sales just simply means running total of their net sales. And we drew a vertical line. Notice here that sort of separates 2 groups of customers. To the right of this vertical line is 12% of the customers that drive 80% of the net sales. And to the left are the overwhelming majority of the customers, almost 90%, that drive only 20% of the net sales. It's a very typical distribution and sort of the sales versus margin imbalance in many B2B settings, with companies struggling to establish this ideal relationship between customer size and their margin profiles. Ideally, our smallest customers should have the best margin performance, receiving the smallest discounts, rebates, and other sales credits. A quick visual like this one using your transactional data, which can be quickly done with many self-serve BI tool like Power BI or Tableau or even Excel, can guide your pricing, commercial, and finance teams in the right direction to raise your company's margin performance. Now let's take a look at each of the 6 performance clusters that we created based on the customer's margin performance and sales profiles. In the top right corner, you see the best of the best. These are your largest customers that also deliver above average margin. They're only 6% of your customer count, but they actually drive 40% of your net sales and 60% of your gross profits. We need to nurture these customers, and we need to ensure that they don't defect to competition. Price increases must be well thought out and carefully communicated with this group. Whenever possible, we need to allow these groups of customers to actually do some forward buying during our price increases and even frame the savings that we've delivered for them. It's all part of the value equation and strategic partnerships we provide for this group of customers. Now onto the next group, the light sellers and the top margins, which is on the top left corner. These are small customers, but they deliver strong margins. We need to identify the ones that have the potential to grow with us and upsell and cross-sell as much as possible to increase our net revenue and our gross profits with them. If we move on into the middle section, we see our top sellers and light margins. These are some of our largest customers, but with the opportunity for higher margins. We need to do some rate mix analysis. If it's a product mix issue, we need to think about some sales strategies to trade these customers up to higher priced products. On the left side in the middle are the light sellers, light margins. These are customers with below average margin profiles, and we need to think about increasing prices for this group next quarter or next year. Now remember, price increase doesn't have to be a list price increase. In fact, most often it's not. We can rationalize discounts, promotions, or some other off-invoice credits that we typically give to these customers. If you look at the bottom right side, these are the top sellers and bad margins. These are the largest customers with margin profiles in the bottom 25th percentile. Every margin reduction for this group hurts our company's operating profit in a meaningful way. We need to think about managing these relationships carefully and increasing prices over time. Of course, depending on their cost to serve, we may also think about letting some of these customers churn out over time. They may be big, but they're actually highly dilutive to our operating profits. And on the left side and the bottom is our dead zone. These are 20% of our customers that are driving only 4% of our total gross margin. This group is priority number 1 for us to fix. This could be list price increases, fewer discounts, reducing rebates, or changing the rebate structure to a true pay-for-performance structure that actually rewards growth. We will lose some of these customers to the competition, but still, it will likely help our operating profit and won't meaningfully impact our gross sales. Analysis like this is very simple to do and should be a regular staple in your margin analytics and optimization toolkit. By actively grouping your customers into margin performance clusters and building quarterly action items to take care of the low-hanging fruit, you can raise your gross margin performance up to 1 to 5 points over the course of a year.